Audio today, we would be listening as to how we have to get a document from a court. Most of the time, when we contest a matter before the court, we sometime because of less knowledge or because of less education on that particular part of contesting a litigation, we might be negligent or we might act a bit irresponsible on a certain area of handling a litigations. Most of the people does a mistake. A common mistake is not to retain a document or a copy of the papers which has been filed in the court. Many a time people do suffer because of doing such kind of mistakes. It is very important for a one to know what their proceeding is all about. It is also very important for a litigants to know what are the consequences of that proceedings. And most of the time, people believe that since the advocate is already having a paper, they don't require this paper, and most of them even don't bother to get their proceedings, a copy of a proceedings in their custody. But the problem is, in the long run, if you require any proceedings of yours to uh, to file it somewhere or to prove your title or to prove yourself as innocent or to prove any point which has been decided by the judiciary system, you will not be having that document, and it can have a grave loss in your life. So, whenever you contest any litigation through an advocate, you see to it as a first and foremost duty to have your document in your custody. And trusting an advocate is very good, but you should also think that the advocate will always not be able to keep all your document with them. If you don't follow them up, they will be under the impression that you are not in a need of a document, and there is a possibility that they will dispose of your proceedings, your records. And there are also possibilities sometimes they advocate, because of their elderly age, they die, and most of the proceedings of their clients get stuck with an advocate, and client also doesn't know what to do thereafter and where to get even the basic case number of them. So you have to be very responsible. You have to be as a part of that litigations, not only as a party to a litigation but also a person who is performing a work towards that litigation, that can help even advocate, and it will bring a grand success even in your own matter. This is one aspect. Presume in all the aspects, somewhere if you have not retained your document, you are not having a court proceedings, then in that case there is a provision. You can apply for the certified copies, and you will get the certified copies in 15 days or 30 days, depending upon the times which has been taken after disposing of the litigations. So you have to apply for the certified copy and get your document. This is one aspect. Second aspect is, most of the people doesn't know there is one provision which is known as a third party applications, certified copy applications. What do you mean by third party? Presume there are parties to the litigations and a certain land matter has been decided in it. And when you are buying a land, or you have a problem with that adjacent land or the title created in that land, whatever may be a reason, this is just I'm giving an example, but that order or a judgment of that litigation might affect your land or might affect your rights. In such kind of case, you can go to a court, make an application as to why you require this proceeding, though you are not a party to that particular suit or a petition. If the court felt that your reason is reasonable and genuine, then in that case, the court will allow your affidavit and application, and you may obtain a certified copy from the court. And since many of them does not know this provision, what they do, they file a case whatever paper they have in their custody, though their mind or the conscious or subconscious mind know that they require such kind of title paper which is from the court, but they doesn't know. Since they doesn't know the provision, what they do is they does not make that document as a part of the proceeding, and this can seriously affect their future rights. So everyone should be aware this third party provisions, or this third party affidavits to be made to a court to obtain a certified copies. And when you will have all your proceedings, this will be a very useful for you, not on an immediate future but on a long run. Many a time people don't have their paper. Many a time they would have not followed up from the with an advocate, and they would have not obtained their proceedings. And since they doesn't know these provisions of getting a document from a court, lot of people have lost their rights. A lot of people were unable to establish their titles, their rights, or their innocency to prove themselves if they would have been a criminal in some, or they would have been an accused in some of the criminal proceeding. So because of lack of knowledge, many a time it affects our life. I hope this video would have been very informative to you.